Hi, my name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today, I'm going to be testing out something that I definitely didn't think I'd ever be testing out because of the brand, the Natasha Denona Mini Love Palette. This was $25 retail and I got it on sale for $12.50, so I decided, hey, why not? I would try the Natasha Denona formula for a good price. This is actually not the first Natasha Denona eyeshadow I've ever owned. I actually did get like one of the sample eyeshadows with an order, and I still haven't tried it out because I'm terrible. I know, I have way too many things, so let's buy more, right? But here we are. Anyway, I just noticed this might be a duochrome. Do you see that? I don't know how it's really going to come out on the lid, but we're about to find out. So I have this eye primed, this eye not, to see if we have a difference. I'm going to start with this one here, which is, oh, that's interesting. So it's "You Are My True Love." It's kind of cute, I guess. So this one's R, and it's like a gray, mauvey, lavender maybe. And I'm going to put that as my transition color. Did I say this was my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it? Wow, so there's a lot of pigment here. And it feels smooth. I'm just going to see if I can blend out these edges. I like that. I have swatched several palettes in store, you know, pre-pandemic. Both mini ones and like the bigger ones and the medium ones. And I just feel like they're inconsistent, at least, you know, formula-wise, at least according to like swatches. And I have seen people online saying that they're not all created equal, so let's hope I got a good one here. So far, so good. Yeah, on this side, I would say it blended out a little differently, but that's not surprising because no primer. All right, now I'm going to use my IBY crease brush and go into the plummy shade. So I guess "You Are My." Sirens as always. And this is gonna go, ooh, that's a lot. That's gonna go in my crease. So this one seems to be sticking a little bit over here, like kind of concentrating in one spot and then not really wanting to blend, but I've had worse. Like, I've had that happen with other eyeshadows and it was worse. Though this definitely is, I guess, the priciest eyeshadow I've ever owned. If you know, break it down by shadow. Yeah, definitely blends differently on this side. I'm not getting that sticking, but it's also like, I feel like it's over blending. Look, it's always a plus if something would, you know, wear nicely and apply nicely without primer. But because I have hooded eyes, it's not like a deal breaker because most of the time I have to use primer anyway. I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it into that same shade just to see if I can concentrate it a little more on this eye. I'm also going to take that same shade and put that on the outer third. I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it again, just to try to shape it and really get it where I want it. That isn't so much like a makeup problem, that's more of a me problem. because I like to use my fingers, but they don't always work out exactly how I want. I might have to clean that up a little bit. Then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, and I'm going to go into the same shade, and I'm going to put that on the outer third of my lower lash line. Alright, because I made a mess, I'm going to take my dollar store brush into my Maybelline Fit Me powder and just do a little bit of cleanup as I do sometimes. Just like that. Now personally what I would do is this and then like one of these on the lid, or maybe one of those and like some of this. But I'm going to try to fit all the shades into one look. So, I don't know, I guess I should do a little swatch of these. Interesting. This like appeared kind of purplish like this, but now you can see it's kind of pink. Alright, so I'm going to use this one. This one is Love. And I'm going to put that in the middle of my lid. And of course, blend it into the side. This feels like a little thick, but not overly thick. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, it does feel to the touch like it's good quality. We'll see. Then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it again. And I'm going to go into that same shade and see if I could put it on the middle third of my lower lash line. And blend it into the purple. You know me, I like using my fingers. I feel like this isn't picking up that fantastically on the brush. So I'm just going to use my finger then. That's better. Then I'm going to take you. What kind of shade is this? I'm not seeing any kind of duochrome now. I don't know if it's supposed to be though. Well, I'm going to put that on my inner third. So honestly, on the eye here, it's like the same color as the other one. It's just a different finish. It's like sparkly, whereas the other one is just a smooth shimmer. Do you see? If you're gonna have 5 shades in a palette, they should all be different. So that's pretty disappointing, at least to me. Basically the same shade, just one a little sparkly and one smooth. And it's not like we're talking a matte and a shimmer, you know what I mean? I'm not impressed with that. I'm going to try to apply that on the inner third with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it. That's not going to go. It's too flaky for that. Nope. So I'm going to use my finger. And I'm going to put that in the inner third of my lower lash line. Then I'm going to take which, I don't know what this is. I guess it's a champagne. And that's kind of a lot. I'm going to put a little of that on my inner corner. I feel like in the pan it has like a slight pinky tint to it. But on my finger and on my skin, well, maybe a tiny bit, not a lot. And then I'm going to take my dollar store brush and put that as a brow bone highlight. Ooh, yeah, that is very pretty. Like, it's not a special, like, shade, like, color-wise. But it, you know, it does the job like it's supposed to. Pretty finish, applies well. And I want to use that shade for one more thing. I'm going to take my Moda Contour brush My, and I'm going to use it as a highlighter. Yeah, I can already see that. Looks good. I don't even need to like use my finger, like it's there. Okay, so I'm gonna do swatches. We have to see how it wears, of course, but I mean, it applied nicely, I think. It felt like good quality. I mean, the colors are pretty. It's not my perfect, like, color story, but I wanted to try it anyway. What is the point of this? Major points off for this. Because if you're paying full price for this, $25, you should be getting 5 different shades. Not happy with that. So, you are my true love. Like, unless I'm wearing that shade wrong or something. Let's see if I could do this. There we go. So there you have them. Maybe it's just like my skin tone too. Maybe a different skin tone, it comes off differently, but all I can tell you is what I'm experiencing. Alright, so I have been trying out the palette some more off camera, and here are some additional thoughts from future Jessica. This color here is the duochrome. I tried to photograph it. It's hard to photograph. It's not a very strong duochrome, but when I do go into different lighting, I can see that here it's almost like a pink, but like there's like a bronziness to it at the same time. And then when I go into the other lighting and I turn my head, I could see that it goes like gold, maybe a touch of green. Sounds unique, but I have seen it before, both in shades that I own and don't own. I would say this is comparable to the Too Faced Papaya Pop palette, the one in there. That one's a little more red, it's a little flakier, but yeah, that kind of shade. The other pink is definitely a pink, but as you saw when I put them on the eyes next to each other, or at least on my skin tone, there's really not that much difference. So if I wear them separately, I guess that's okay. But unfortunately, it seems like the mattes, I mean, just, I don't know, just all of them in general, all the shades kind of move and spread and fade, and I really like how everything applies, but I'm not happy with how everything's wearing. And again, I'm putting it on a much higher pedestal because it's Natasha Denona. If you're charging that much, I mean, the eyeshadow should be perfect. So, I mean, this wasn't a bad deal for me because, like I said, I got this on sale for $12.50 to try it out. I even, like, was considering returning it because what am I going to do with it if it doesn't, like, wear well? But I don't know. I don't want to give up yet. I want to keep playing around with it. At the very least, that like pinky champagne pearly kind of shade, I like using that as a brow bone highlight and a face highlight. So I would keep it just for that, like for my purposes, even if I can't get the rest to work. I did another look. You'll see that too. Ignore the eyeliner. It didn't go well. Basically, you know, trying out the other shades, trying some out in different ways, like different combinations, and the wear was the same. The application is really good, and I think, you know, it makes you think like it's gonna wear well, and it doesn't, at least on me. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye! See you next time!